Hello everyone. It's a little chilly out here today, so I had to cover my head up and put on a heavier coat. I'm layered. But I wanted to get on here today and talk to you about perfectionism and being a perfectionist. Are you a perfectionist? I used to be a perfectionist. And most time perfectionists stem from the fear of failure or wanting or the desire for external validation. And I think about for me, the perfectionist started when I was young, growing up being the oldest child and wanting that attention from parents, that I felt the need that I had to be this perfect child, this perfect kid, and didn't want to get in trouble. So I said I need to be this perfect child. So even with school, having to be getting good grades. So that was my goal. I want to be this perfect student. I want to have good grades and get the praise from my parents, And then as I got older, I got into a religion that, I don't know if you know much about Jehovah's Witnesses, but I used to be a Jehovah's Witness. So when I got in the organization, it's like, if you sin or do anything wrong, you're supposed to go and talk to the elders in the congregation. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to talk to no older men, the elders in the congregation. So I'm like, I'm just ain't gonna get in trouble. I'm this perfect Christian. I don't want anybody looking at me wrong. So yeah, it was just a lot of pressure. Because too, like if I did make a mistake or someone called me out on it, it would devastate me. Oh my goodness. I would have that negative self-talk. And yeah, so it would just really bother me when I made a mistake. And so I just realized it was just a lot of pressure. And I had to let that go because guess what? I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect. We're human. So that's what I want to talk about. Give you 5 tips to overcome perfectionism. Number 1 is practice self-compassion. Understand that perfectionism often stems from the fear of failure and the desire for external validation. So instead of being overly critical about ourselves, we need to practice compassion. We need to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we will offer a friend facing similar challenges. So we need to remind ourselves that it's okay to make mistakes. We are imperfect. There is nothing wrong with that. Imperfection is a natural part of being human. And number 2, we need to set realistic goals. Being a perfectionist, we often set impossible high standards for ourselves, which can lead to frustration and burnout. So instead, we want to set realistic, achievable goals that will allow us to grow and to learn. So we need to take larger tasks and turn those into smaller tasks, more manageable steps, and celebrate the process. Remember that the process, not perfection, is what truly matters. So that is important, to set those realistic goals. And number 3, we need to challenge the all or nothing thinking. As a perfectionist, we tend to view like every situation in black or white, believing that we must either excel or fail completely. So we need to change that thinking. We need to embrace the idea of good enough and realize that perfectionism is unrealistic and unattainable standard. And we need to strive for excellence without demanding perfection of ourselves. So definitely need to let go of that. Okay, and number 4, we need to focus on the process, not just the outcome. So instead of fixating solely on the end result. We need to learn to appreciate the process of growth and self-improvement. We need to embrace the journey of learning and development. And, allow ourselves to experiment, make mistakes, learn from them along the way. And remember that each experience, whether we succeed or fail, contributes to our growth and understanding. So that's just all a process of being imperfect. So we need to appreciate, not dwell on our mistakes, but learn from them and look at them as opportunities to grow. And just enjoy the process. 5, practice mindfulness and acceptance. We want to cultivate mindfulness and acceptance by staying present in the moment. So, and we need to do this without judgment. And when we notice that those perfectionist tendencies arise, then we can just gently redirect our focus to the present moment and embrace the beauty of imperfection and recognize that life is full of uncertainties. And by accepting ourselves, our experiences as they are, we can find greater peace and fulfillment in life. And that is so true. I just think about when I'm being creative, with making my home decor stuff. Like, I might start off and be like, oh, this is how I want it to be. And if you know anything about art, it's gonna do what it want to do. So I think for me that also helps with letting go of imperfection, because I have no control over how the art would turn out. So that has helped me as well to just accept it for what it is and just know that that we are human and that we are imperfect, and it is okay. And living this way is less stressful. It really is. So just practice these 5 tips, and remember that letting go of perfection is a journey. It takes time and practice, and we need to be patient and compassionate with ourselves as we navigate this process, and celebrate each step, no matter how small. So I hope this helped, and just know that embracing imperfection opens the door to greater creativity and more joy in your life. All right, I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks for watching.